is short, I'll tell you that. Like I said, my name's Mark. I live here in Odessa, man. I would ask how y'all doing, but I really don't give a shit. I ain't always lived a good life. I'll tell you that. I've always had a problem with drinking, had a problem with my temper. Hell, I've had 3 ex-wives. Probably gonna have some more. Whole thing is, man, hell, I worked for the penitentiary for 15 years. Seen a lot of crazy shit there. Now, I worked there for 15 years. I probably should have been in there. Hell, I was in jail 4 times while I worked there. Shit. It's kind of hard calling into work while you're in jail. That's your one phone call. But yeah, I've always had some crazy stuff. I'm not even about telling jokes. I just tell stories, man. I've had a pretty crazy life. Growing up, man, I was all about fat women and fast trucks, man. That's all it was, man. So I built me a little hot rod big enough to pick up the fat girls in and take her down the road. So one night I'm driving down I-20, heading to my girlfriend's house. A little Mustang pulls up, wants to race me a little bit. So I'm like, all right, well, come on, bring it on. Let's do some deal. I built some powder on this truck. So we start going, and I'm hauling ass, and I let that motherfucker in my dust. I take the next exit, take it down the Escoda Road, a little podunk town, about a population of 50. You know, they've been living there for 100 years. Next thing I know, I got 3 troopers right there. They pull me over. They got me blockaded. Now, where they got me blockaded is where I'm going. I'm heading to my girlfriend's house. I'm blockaded in front of my girlfriend's house. I'm like 16 years old. Her daddy is the fucking captain of the fire department. So he's on the front porch watching while these 3 troopers are fucking going through my truck. And I'm sitting there, I'm like, shit, man, what the hell did I do? You know, I got an ounce of pot on me. I got fucking weapons in the truck. I got everything else. I don't know what the fuck's happening. They tell me, they said, well, do you know why we pulled you over? I said, I ain't got a fucking clue, man. All I know is I'm ready to go to jail. I'd rather go to jail than have to go up there and explain to this man why I got 3 people fucking pulling me over. You know? So, he said, well, we pulled you over. You know how fast you were going back there? I said, where? He said, back there when you were against that Mustang. He said, Mustang, fuck, I let that motherfucker in my dust. There wasn't no Mustang back there. He said, yeah, but you failed to realize we were in a high-speed pursuit for 3 counties against that guy. I said, well, I never seen y'all either. So I get done with all that, and they said, well, why does it take 3 of y'all to pull me over? He said, well, you go down this back road, we don't know where we're going. I said, well, boys, if you'd follow me down this road, I grew up out here. I've been driving since I was 11 years old. I said, they found y'all in a bar ditch out here. Y'all So, you know, we go and do stuff, man. I've done crazy shit, man. One time around Christmas time, I went down to Mexico. Had a buddy of mine go with me. His name was Donnie Barber. Now, this guy, man, he weighs like 85 pounds soaking wet. You know, 3 beers in, this guy's toasted, right? I'm going through a divorce. He's going through a divorce. It's Christmas time. We're having a good time. He's like, hey, man, take me to Boys Town. Take me to Boys Town. I said, all right, dude, I'll take you down there, man. I got a business down there. I said, I'll take you over there. Show what it's about. So I take him to Hunter's Lounge. Hunter's Lounge is a nice group club. Well, after that, I take him across the street. Across the street is where you hear all the stories about the donkey show and the shows and all this shit, right? So I could take him in there, and a young lady comes out. What am I saying young? I'm sorry, I misspoke. This lady comes out. She's about 92 years old, okay? And she's been in the business a long time. And I mean, everything is hanging to the floor, okay? I mean, everything. And she glows in the dark. And she walks out there with a fishbowl. Comes out completely naked. There ain't no getting stripped. There ain't no song playing. She just comes out butt naked. She comes out there, and what she does, she carries this fishbowl, and she comes and gets in somebody's lap. You got to pay her to get off. She's making a killing. So I'm giving her $10 to go give all my buddies fucking lap dances. You know what I'm saying? So she's doing all that. So we've had a few drinks and shit. It's Christmas. I mean, hell, it's like 2 days before Christmas, you know. He's going through divorce. I am too. Hell, we're mad at the world, drinking whiskey all day. Next thing you know, the doors get kicked in, and here comes like 20 federales coming in there. They are 15s and 45s, and they're all pointing them at us, and they're telling us to get up and search us. So they started searching everybody, and hell, some dude in the corner over getting a blowjob. But I think it was a woman. I don't know who was getting it. It's kind of dark. You know what I'm saying? Some guys in the back with the lady that just did the donkey show. That's a whole different story. It's a scary thing to think, man. Like, why would you go back there after that? But they come busting in. They got their guns on us. They tell us to get up so they can search us. Well, I'm drunk, and I got a little bit of an attitude. And I tell them, man, motherfuckers, y'all can shoot me sitting down. I ain't got to get up for all this shit. Now, granted, I'm supposed to be at the coast fishing. Everybody, family, friends, everybody thinks we're at the coast fishing. Our trip got canceled, so we burned off to Mexico. There ain't a soul in the world knows where I'm at. Nobody. So they got the guns on us. We get up. I take my jacket off. I got a bottle of whiskey in me because I only buy the first glass. I pour the rest myself. So we're sitting there, and they start searching us. They pull out a $3.99 pocket knife out of my pocket, from AutoZone. And shit, my Donnie Barber, he comes back after fucking all these whores and shit. They're about 3 times bigger than him. And he comes back and he's like, hey, he's got a knife. Now, we've been working in the penitentiary a long time, so we start talking like we've been there, They start searching us and patting us down. We're acting like we like it, Hey, touch a little deeper there, buddy, whatever. So the next thing you know, he starts screaming about a knife. I want a confiscation form, I'm like, hey, man, you got to give me papers on taking my fucking knife. These strippers are on, got their titties in my face, whores grabbing my dick and shit, trying to do all this stuff, trying to get us distracted, But fuck all that. So, needless to say, I took my damn knife, and they leave. The next day, we go eat lunch. I take them to the local place in town. We eat some lunch. Next thing you know, the waitress comes over, and she's like, hey, your meal's taken care of, and here's two margaritas. Like, all right, cool. Who gave this to us? Some 2 old boys came to our table. Hell, we're fucking folk heroes, man. I don't know how many people were in this strip club, but the whole rest of the week, everywhere we went, somebody was buying us rounds. Like, hey, dude, we want to meet the motherfuckers that were talking shit to federales. They are 15. Like, they don't know that we're just like, we don't give a shit about life right now. Nobody even knows where we are, we're ready to die. Well, another time in Mexico, I was down there. I took a buddy of mine down there for his bachelor party. This lady comes out and she does a candle dance. Okay. Well, a candle dance is this young lady comes out, she strips butt naked, she shoves a candle in her pussy and her ass. They turn all the lights out. And she dances around with these fucking It's actually a pretty spectacular show. I mean, it's pretty nice. And when she gets done, she puts a pack of Marlboro Reds on the stage. And you can go up there and you light a cigarette on the candle coming out of her ass. They got an old photographer there. These old Polaroid days, okay? So you pay the guy $5, he takes a picture. He takes a picture and then she ends up signing it for him. So I got a picture of him taking, getting him lighting his cigarette on the candle coming out of her asshole. So luckily it doesn't blow up on her, cut a fart or something. I don't know what the hell was going on. That would have been a lot better. But we fast forward a little bit. I'm standing in his wedding. Now he's a Catholic. Okay, so I don't know if y'all ever been to a Catholic wedding. They got way too many dance, like an exercise thing, and they show up, down, around, whatever. Makes me wear a monkey suit because I'm his best man up there. So I'm already pissed being up there to begin with. So I'm standing up there like, fuck, I need a drink. I'm gonna be standing there all goddamn day. Well, now that she starts walking down the aisle, they're playing the whole thing about, it's here comes the bride. So in the middle of all this, I reach in my pocket. I reach out and I grab the sappiest card you could ever think of. I mean, just sap some of your grandmother would buy you, And inside that is that picture taped of him lighting that cigarette on that fucking hooker's butthole. So he can't react because his whole family and everybody's there, watching this. Of course, later in the limo ride where we're going, his wife asked him, what the hell did Mark give you in that church? Now, anybody knows me. I'm the cheap motherfucker, okay? Anybody buy me a drink, I'll sure accept it. I ain't buying you. And he's like, oh, no, he just gave me $50 in a card or some shit. So she knew that was a lie. We just had crazy times and shit, man. We've had a lot of times. But yeah, anyways, you know, we try to live a good life now. I try to do some shit. I've been in a lot of trouble off and on. Hell, I got a good friend of mine that we went down to Corpus one time. Now let me tell you something. It's real quick, short. He's a hermit. Okay, he's my best friend. Been friends for 20-something years. Guy's name's Waylon. He don't fucking talk to nobody. He don't do nothing. We're roommates. If you leave the house, because he can't meet women, so when you leave the house, it was always bring back bitches. I'm like, dude, you're a creep. How does that look if I bring them back? So I'm in Corpus, and we're in a Corpus. We've been on a 3-day fucking business. I go in the bathroom, and I blow this motherfucker up. I mean, blow it up like I've been eating and drinking whiskey for 4 days, okay? I blow this motherfucker up. We called a cab because we're going to go to a titty bar. We're going to go to a titty bar. It's a topless hamburger joint. That's where we're going to go eat. So I come out. Here comes this woman. She's in my room. I think she's a taxi driver. No, she's a fucking hooker. He don't know that. He's just like, she was at the door. I let her in. And I'm like, what the hell, man? So I caught on real quick. This is some type of hooker. She's like, well, let me go in the bathroom. We'll talk about this. I said, woman, you don't want to go in that bathroom right now. So sure enough, she just opens the fucking door and goes in the bathroom. She comes out puking in the fucking sink. I was like, I've been around plenty of hookers. I ain't never seen one lose their lunch that quick. You know what I'm saying? But anyways and shit, so I had to catch on to him and tell him what was going on. But that's my time and everything. Like I said, I've lived a good life. Y'all take it easy.